New tonight, we're hearing new details on the revival of home key projects in the city of Salinas, plus the mayor's efforts to file criminal charges against a CFO accused of misusing funds to get those projects going. Now, if you recall, the projects have been held up for months after Shangri-La Industries, previously designated to refurbish 3 projects to transition into homeless housing sites, allegedly misused the funding for the projects. The sites then were placed into default, stalling efforts to provide housing for the homeless. This also happened in King City. Now, since then, Salinas Mayor Dennis Donahue sent a letter to Attorney General Rob Bonta saying the company did irreparable harm to the city's efforts to provide homeless housing, even calling for a criminal investigation instead of filing a civil case.
Sadly, you can put a kind of a timeline on it. This issue has created a 3+ year delay in one of the foundational elements of how we're going to address the issue. Yeah. And
created some bad faith, I would imagine, too.
Well,
or the perception of it.
Well, sure. I mean, people wonder what you're doing, and part of the issue when you deal with the population on the streets, as folks are interested in housing. We wanted to provide it, and this really interrupted that strategy.
It was previously announced by the state that the city of Salinas, along with Shangri-La, were being sued by the city for failing to get the home key projects up and running. The mayor says he was unaware if that lawsuit was dropped, and spokespersons for the city have not responded to requests for comment.
Tonight, more supportive housing in Monterey County.
A local developer looking to give unhoused people a place to live with support from the county and city of Seaside.
KION's Dania Romero has more.
Seaside Sand Dollar Inn right behind me may soon be converted into supportive housing through the Home Key project. Now, I spoke to the developer who says it will be in good hands once everything is approved. The Sand Dollar Inn may soon be transformed into 43 studio apartments for people experiencing long-term homelessness, many facing mental health challenges. The project would be funded through California's Home Key program, which is designed to provide permanent housing for the state's most vulnerable populations.
Being located in the commercial area is important because stores and other places that they need to go.
To move forward, the county has been asked to provide a formal letter of support, committing up to $5 million spanning 5 years to fund behavioral health and wraparound services for residents.
Monterey County Board of Supervisors has been very interested in partnering with all of our local cities to bring additional housing online.
This proposal comes in the wake of past concerns over the misuse of home key funds after a separate developer allegedly mismanaged funds for a similar project in King City.
I just want the public and the government to know that that's one developer that's not that doesn't reflect all of us that is pursuing this money.
The developer is Anabasis and is run by 2 veterans. Co-owner Gene Sparks says they started this to help out vulnerable communities.
We wanted to blend real estate development with giving back to veterans and other vulnerable people, and it is a major part of the business.
Sparks says the family that owns Sand Dollar Inn is selling the property to reinvest in other hospitality properties in the area. He is also hopeful their role in selling will contribute to improving their community. Sparks says for the application to be valid, the city of Seaside would have to be a co-applicant and the county provide the enforceable funding commitment. However, the clock is ticking.
All of the partners would have to come together really over the next handful of days and weeks to pull together an application.
Now, I reached out to the city of Seaside to see if it is on board with this project, but have not heard back, and applications for this project are due May 30th. Now, Spark tells me if all goes as planned, people will be able to live in these units by the year 2026. Reporting in Seaside, Dania Romero, KION News Channel 46.